Yelibelly chocolate lovers. So tell everybody who we are.
I'm AJ, and this is my mom, Yeli.
Hey guys.
Today we will be talking about some chocolate.
We will be talking about chocolate today. So tell everybody what we do.
We work for Yelibelly Chocolates.
We work for Yelibelly Chocolates in
Addison.
In Addison, exactly. And our favorite thing to do is what?
Eat chocolate.
Eat chocolate. So AJ, do you know what this is?
It's a cacao bean.
It's a cacao bean. Now we say cacao and not cocoa. What is cocoa? That's cocoa, exactly. Let's not make a mess about it though. So cocoa is cocoa powder. Give everybody a close-up of that. Cocoa powder is different than cacao. Cacao is where chocolate comes from, a cacao bean. Cocoa is actually a processed form of cacao. So these actually grow on what?
Trees.
They grow on trees. So cacao beans are actually the fruit of the Theobroma cacao tree. So that makes chocolate fruit.
Yeah.
Yay!
It's healthy.
It is healthy. So these, when they come right off the tree, they're cut off by hand with a big knife called a machete. But they're about the size of how big do you think they are when they come off the tree?
They look like a football.
They are. They're about the size of a football when they come off the tree. So when they're fully hydrated, this one is dehydrated though. You can actually hear those beans jumping around inside. Do you want to show everybody what a cacao bean looks like?
They look like these.
There we go. Can everybody see those? That's a cacao bean. Let's hold this up. So what does that look like to you, AJ?
They look like some apple seeds.
This does look like. It looks like a little seed. And so inside this cacao pod are these cacao beans. And there's probably anywhere between 30 to 50 cacao beans inside the cacao pod.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, but that's not a lot when it comes to actually making chocolate. So one cacao tree, one Theobroma cacao tree only makes 25 to 30 pods a year that we can actually harvest. Do you know how much chocolate that makes?
250?
250? No. One cacao tree only makes about 2 pounds of chocolate a year.
Whoa!
I can guarantee you eat more than 2 pounds of chocolate a year. You think so? Probably in the past week during our isolation, we've eaten more than 2 pounds of chocolate a piece.
I eat 250 pieces.
Yeah, we eat a lot of chocolate around this house. So it takes a lot of beans to actually make a pound of chocolate, but one cacao tree only produces 2 pounds of chocolate a year. So that's why good chocolate can get expensive. I know. So inside those cacao beans though that we showed you, that's not even as small as we have to go to get down to what actually makes the chocolate. So what's the part that actually makes the chocolate?
Nibs?
The nibs. So show that. You show that cup. Perfect. So inside our cacao bean are the nibs. Now this is the rawest form of chocolate that we can actually eat. So we're going to try a couple bites of it.
It doesn't taste that good.
You haven't tasted it that long. What does it taste like?
It's a little like fruit.
Well, it is food.
I said a little like fruit.
Oh, like fruit. I'm sorry, you're right. It does have a bit of a fruity flavor. So these are actually single origin beans that came from Ghana. So they have a really strong flavor to them too. Do you know where Ghana is?
North?
I guess.
I don't know where it is.
Ghana is on the coast in Africa.
Oh, that means south.
That way. That way, I think, is where we're looking. So anyway, these are what cacao nibs taste like. They're pretty bitter. They really don't taste very sweet. They're very much like chocolate at all. But that's because those nibs don't have any of the sugar in there that we're used to having in chocolate. So when we actually get to make chocolate from our nibs, that's where we actually add a little bit of sugar. So go ahead and try that and see what you think.
Much better.
Much better. So tell me how that chocolate tastes to you.
It tastes just like chocolate.
It tastes just like chocolate. He is such a smart little monkey, isn't he? So we are going to be trying to take questions while we're working with you guys today too. So I'm going to scroll through and see what kind of questions and comments we've got. We've got a bunch of friends watching so far already too, which is a good thing. I know, and we feel very popular all of a sudden. People only like us for our chocolate though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't even pick up the comment below.
We're going to pick up the comments below, yes. So let's
So
see what we can do. Oh, Mommy is very bad at this. Oh, the football looks delicious. We agree, Melissa. And yes, this is a great science class. So if you have kiddos that should be in on this, we're learning a lot of stuff today while we're on lockdown here. So AJ, let's get back to our chocolate. So inside our pod are the beans. Inside our beans are the nibs.
And after the nibs comes chocolate.
Comes the chocolate. A few steps in between though too. However, the nibs and the cacao beans are not the only thing that's in the pod. This is fruit, remember? So
Yeah.
inside this pod, there's actually pulp that is the fruit of the tree. And the pulp can actually be used to make juice. So I actually have cacao juice here for us to try. Are you ready to try some cacao juice?
I would try this.
Okay, so we're gonna try some cacao juice. So this is a way that our chocolate manufacturing friends are actually utilizing all parts of the cacao bean so that we don't waste any of it. So they can utilize the shells for fertilizer. They can actually utilize the cacao pulp to actually make cacao juice. So I'm gonna pour you a little bit. I'm gonna pour me a little bit. And let's do a cheers. Cheers to our cacao juice. What do you think?
I don't like it.
I don't like it. So it tastes a little bit tart, yes?
Like a little bit apple juice.
It tastes kind of like apple juice. I'll be honest, moms and dads, cacao juice is much better with some vodka added to it maybe. Maybe we should make our own line of cacao juice products and maybe some drinks for mommies and daddies. Mmm.
And
So-
also some kids.
And well, maybe not with the alcohol in it. Maybe we should avoid that.
Yeah, I mean not alcohol.
Not alcohol. I mean, although everybody needs it right about now. All right, so we've talked a little bit about cacao beans and about our nibs and about that. So I want to know if you can tell people the kinds of chocolate we make at Yelibelly Chocolates.
I can name one of them is bonbons,
Bonbons, yes.
truffles.
Truffles.
But I don't remember what the white one is with coconut.
Oh, our toasted Hawaiian coconut.
Yeah, that one.
So you named bonbons and truffles. Do you know the difference between a bonbon and a truffle?
So a truffle looks like this, the round one.
So we're going to show everybody an up-close box. That's one of our boxes of chocolates. And that actually has some bonbons and truffles inside. And AJ is right. The truffles are the circle ones. Want to show everybody that one? So a truffle is a hand-rolled chocolate. Both bonbons and truffles can actually have ganache inside. And what's ganache?
Ganache is like some things you scoop up the roll and put it in the topping.
Exactly. So ganache is the center of the chocolate. It's the soft chocolate where we actually have our flavors infused into it. So when you bite into a chocolate and it's got soft chocolate in the center with mint in it or orange or bourbon, that's ganache. So truffles and bonbons can both have ganache in the center, but truffles are hand rolled and bonbons are what?
Machine rolled?
Not machine rolled. We still make them by hand, but they are used to make in molds. So a bonbon has a shape to it, like a square, a circle, a heart, and it might be decorated on top.
What
so
is this one?
Let's show the difference between our bonbons and our truffles. So one is a bonbon and one is a truffle. Other way. One is a bonbon and one is a truffle. Exactly.
Because I think the bonbons look like bombs, and these look a little like bombs.
They look like bombs. A little bit, I guess. But the important thing is they all taste delicious, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. All right, let's check our comments here because I think we had some friends writing us some questions here.
Whoa.
What advice do you have for parents who want to make homemade chocolate chips using fair trade organic materials this time when it's hard to obtain ingredients and stay safe at home? That is a really great question, Tracy. Thanks for asking. So there's a couple of things you can do if you want to play with chocolate at home. First of all, what is something that Yelibelly Chocolates does for making chocolate at home?
We make chocolate covered Oreos.
Right, but what about our classes?
We learn we learn piping, and we learn truffles, and we learn how to make molds.
So one of the things that we're doing right now while our kitchen is really shut down to outside orders, I should say, is we've put classes together that you can watch online in ingredient boxes that we can ship or deliver directly to your door. So you can do truffle making at home, learn how to pipe chocolate and temper it, and also learn how to make French mendiants. The good thing about it, all of the chocolate that we use is fair trade and sustainable. So we want to make sure that we always use chocolate that's going to benefit the farmers that we buy from as much as possible. So we use a fair trade, and we can use an organic if you'd like us to send you an organic chocolate too. You can search online for some craft chocolate makers that actually offer the ability to purchase directly from them. So you can order online from companies like Potomac Chocolate, or Dandelion Chocolate, French Broad. If you're looking for something locally here in the Dallas area, Sublime Chocolate in Plano is actually a bean to bar chocolate maker, and they would be a great resource if you wanted to buy some fair trade, organic, sustainable, local bean to bar chocolate also. Great question. Let's see what else we've got on here, AJ. Oh, we've got a ton of people watching. So what should we say to everybody that's watching our video?
Why don't we do that one first?
We're gonna wave to everybody at one time. That's a lot of people watching. We tell them about our chocolates.
That we can make chocolate covered pretzels.
We can make chocolate covered pretzels. Oh, that was a good question that we got here. Did you wash your paws first?
Yeah.
We did wash our paws first, but we also have a little cleaner of our sanitizer here, which why don't we brush up in the middle since we've been handling our cacao pod a little bit, and our cacao pod might have had some other people's paws on them at our different classes. So we'll clean up a little bit using some of our hand sanitizer, which is a smart thing to do. All right, let's check some other questions that we had here too. Let's see. How long does it take to make chocolate? Ooh, that's a great question, Rudy. Thanks for asking. So it depends on the type of chocolate that we're making. If we're making bean to bar chocolate, that could take weeks or months from the time the chocolate is cut off the tree, from the time the cacao pod, we should say, is cut off the tree until the time we can actually make it into a bar. It has to go through a fermentation process. It has to go through winnowing and conking, and that's all stuff we can get to in our next live feed. But in terms of making actual confections, truffles we can make very quickly. We can make them in the same day. But bonbons, how many days do bonbons take to make?
1 day or 3.
3 days. Bonbons actually take 3 days to make. That's why they can actually be more expensive than truffles are too. I know. But when it comes to making bean to bar chocolate, it depends on the process the company uses, how long they roast their beans, how long it takes for them to conk, which is stirring the chocolate at a consistent temperature to make sure that they get the flavor out of it that they want to before it becomes a chocolate that they can make into a bar. So it can take a number of days. Like I said, depends on the manufacturer though. But the beans itself has to go through quite a fermentation process on the farm where it's cultivated in order to actually start to get the flavor of the cacao that we're used to in terms of chocolate. Great questions. All right, let's check out some more questions here. Do you have any questions that we can think of, AJ?
No, since I work there.
Since you just know everything there?
A little bit.
All right, I'm scrolling down to our questions.
That is a very lot of waves.
There is a lot of... So, how do you ship your product so it doesn't melt?
Well, we put it in a freezer for a long time.
No, how do we ship from our store, not how do we hold it here at home? Do you know?
One of them is that we can deliver them fast.
Oh, we can. We can deliver the chocolates directly to people locally in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But when it comes to shipping the chocolate, we actually use ice packs and insulated barriers. Especially now in Texas right now, it's 80 degrees. So while our friends and family up in Chicago, where I'm from, have snow on the ground right now, it is 80 degrees outside here in Texas. So it's a little bit warm. We are already utilizing our ice packs. So insulated barriers and ice packs are how we make sure the chocolate stays safe while it's shipping anywhere around the United States right now. Good job. All right, let's see what other questions we've got here. Wow, hi guys. Hi. Brandon Holmes says hi to us. We're getting waves from a lot of folks too.
That is a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. We have 21 people watching right now. And the crowd goes wild. So I'm thinking we need to have little chocolate chats like this more often so that we can teach our friends more about chocolate while they're stuck at home, but we can also teach the kids something about the science of chocolate while they're stuck at home. Exactly. No, I am not the only parent struggling here with homeschooling, right?
Right.
Yeah, your teacher at your school is much better at teaching than I am, and mommy and daddy and grandma, right?
Not really.
No. We're trying, but we love Miss House. Miss House is our teacher, and she does a very good job with us.
All three of you, or four, because Miss House counts.
Yeah.
All of you guys are the same level.
We get a thumbs up. Nice. Shark attack.
Not funny.
Very funny. Okay, so we want to actually do some more chocolate chats with our friends where we can talk about where chocolate comes from, about cacao, and maybe even the proper way to taste chocolate is something we should focus on our next chocolate chat. So if you are interested in joining us for more chocolate chats, let us know in the comments section, and we will make sure to advertise that next time we are online and have a chocolate chat that everybody can enjoy. Let's go through our comments one more time to see if we have any other questions we need to answer here. Ooh.
Let's do that one.
Oh yeah, that one says AJ, so adorable and so smart. Oh, someone's brushing up to the junior chef over here. Yeah, you're lucky you're cute most days. AJ, does the juice taste like what? Super, I don't even know what that is, Dion.
It does not taste like that. It does not taste like
Here's
that.
a good question that's from nearby. How do you keep the kids from eating all of the chocolate? How do we keep kids from eating all of the chocolate?
Well, I usually eat all of the chocolate.
Yeah, so putting it up high. I would say hide it in a bag labeled broccoli, but that doesn't work well in our house because this one loves broccoli. So we actually have a hard time hiding a lot of stuff from him. That's a really good question. Thanks, Daddy.
Like the time I found the Oreos up there that you tried to hide from me.
AJ, here's a question for you. What is your favorite chocolate?
I have a lot of favorites.
Well, what do you think is your favorite chocolate?
Well, I like the truffles and Oreos and the pretzels.
Oh, so you're saying your favorite chocolate is Yelibelly chocolate?
Yeah, that kind.
It's about time. Yeah, I'll remember the first time that I picked you up. I don't know if you remember this. I picked you up from Primrose Daycare, and it was right around Valentine's Day, and they were handing out little chocolate Hershey Kisses to all of the kids who had had a good day at school.
I remember that.
So AJ gets a Hershey Kiss, pops it in his mouth before I could even grab that peasant food out of his hand. Do you even remember what you said to me? You were little.
I forgot.
He told me, "Oh, Mommy, your chocolate is almost as good as this Hershey's Kiss." Oh.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I thought they were both even.
I don't know if that's worse or not. Artisan chocolate versus peasant food? Not even a competition there.
Because Hershey's And these chocolates are even. Right, guys?
You're lucky you're so cute.
Every kid, do you agree?
Oh, you're lucky you're so cute. Oh my gosh.
All you kids, do you agree with me?
This chocolate is better. Yelibelly, Yelibelly.
Both chocolate, both chocolate, both chocolate.
I've raised you better than this. All right, folks, we are going to go for now. We've had a good 20-minute chocolate chat. I say we do this again. What do you say?
Yeah.
Drop us some questions down below, and the next time we get on our Facebook, use some technique stuff. So, anything else we want to say?
Let's get chocolate wasted.
He's so well trained. Bye, guys. Love you. Thank you so much.